Alright, this will be my second YouTube video. We have the cubiod 150. Shortly after I made that first video, the trick I had didn't seem to work for me anymore. So what I think that means is that the liquid is trapped in there, still causing the atomizer short, but all that trick I showed does is kind of evaporate what's close here and here and kind of move the liquid aside, so it's not going to be a complete fix if you want to use that first video I posted. So this time I'm going to take this apart. It'll be my first attempt. That's just the this is, I think, the screen protector that came with it. Still got that thing on there. So what I'm going to do, there's two screws here, and what I found out online, I do not know where I found this out, so I can't give credit, but there's also screws behind this screen that protect the display, the LED display. So I'm going to start. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if I push onto the pin, it's really hard to see. Let me see if we can see. You see some juice that'll push up right up there. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of liquid behind here, which is probably why my first trick didn't work anymore. Just too much buildup at the top where I couldn't get to. I mean, you could blow here to get rid of some inside, but it's not going to get in the atomizer or inside the box itself. So I got both screws out and it doesn't seem to open up, so I will have to open up the screen before I can get to this part. So here I am trying to shimmy up to get to the screen. It's taking a lot of effort to get there. And there we got it. Then I lost it. I'm sure there's a better way of doing this, but this is all I know. So at this point I'm going to go off screen. I'm going to take a heat gun to it, see if I can get some of that glue off, and then I'll come back with it off. Alright, so I finally got the screen off of the box. It's going to take a lot of effort, and you got to be very careful because, as you can see, I scratched all along here trying to shimmy up along the where the adhesive lies. So if you're prepared to get some damage, then don't worry about it. But if you want to keep your box pristine, then you might even want to take some extra care when you go through this. So now there's two screws here, and I've already done these two. I'm going to take this off. So now I got the two screws off. Make note that one of the screw is different on the side than the other. The silver one is going to be closest to the screen. The darker one and the shorter one is going to be closer to the top. So now I'm going to try to pry this open, and it didn't take that much effort. Let's see, open this up. Okay, we're going to have to push down the button. No, we're going to have to take the button out first. Okay, set that aside. Okay, the firing button came out as well. And this is what the inside of the cuboid looks like. I'll give you a good view. Okay, there's your screen. It looks like this part is screwed in somehow, probably underneath the sticker. There's that pin that we heat up. Okay. Alright, you can see some gunk already right here. Okay, so this leading back to where the battery posts are, so maybe this is part of the cause, but we're not going to stop there to find out. We're going to continue on and get all the way inside. Alright, so as you can see I've disassembled a large portion of this. It's everywhere right now, and I've got a little careless and I broke apart part of this. Get the lamp closer here. If you can see this part here, I believe to keep these posts stable. I don't know if I kind of trash this, but I'm gonna keep on going for the sake of this video. So this part right here comes out vertically. So what you need to do is push these pins. What I didn't know, push these pins in as you slide this out. You'll want to keep these springs somewhere safe. If you lose those, then it doesn't matter how far you push the battery in, you'll never be able to start your box. So I'm going to pause again, figure out where I'm at, and I'll show you the rest. Alright, so now I was able to pry away the circuit board from what looks like a cooling, I'm not sure what it's called, the helps keep the area of the circuit board cool. And you can see some coolant paste on that, the white stuff right there. And what I'm going to do, since I have this all apart, I'm going to take my heat gun and kind of heat around the inside here, not here where the grommet is, but at the inside right there, seeing if I can get some liquid to drip out from this part. So here's the final result. I put everything back together again. I did have some troubles doing that. I also did end up breaking something in there. A plate that held the springs up for the battery. It apparently, from the fact that it still works, doesn't seem to be too essential. I'm carrying a different type of battery that I think most people have, so it recedes further in. So if you do have a battery that doesn't have the positive plate that's protruding a little bit, you may have some difficulties with that if you do break it, so just be careful. It was difficult putting the buttons back in. I didn't do that on video because it did take a lot of time. It was kind of frustrating for me. It was my first time taking it apart. But what I did for the hit button, I let gravity hold it down as I put the board in sideways like so, and it took really well. Other than that, as you can see on the video, that there was a lot of juice built up on the 510 plate, positive plate down there. So I did, when I heated up with the gun, the juice did start pouring out from the sides of that, so I do believe that was the cause. Please like, share, comment. Thank you.